Hello everybody, SlyJCool here, and today I'm back with another Minecraft building video. In this one, we're going to be building a small logging camp in a taiga forest biome. I'm also going to be building a custom creek and pond in the same area. So you can see I start with clearing out trees using World Edit, and then I also go through and take out the rest of the log, except I leave the stump. This is because when the people cut it down, they will usually leave the stump because stumps on trees are a pain to remove when after you've cut them down. Over in the corner here, you can see I'm building a small pond. It's going to eventually have some rocky sides, a dirty bottom, and it's going to lead out to a creek, which will then lead out to a larger river, and eventually out to the ocean. You'll see me building the creek in a bit. So you might have seen, when I was building the pond, what I did was first cover it up in pink wool and then cover it with water. The very easy trick that I learned that you can use to fill in areas with water, where you put a layer of blocks, one layer under where you want the water level to be. You fill the top layer with water and then you break the blocks and it fills all the rest for you. Now you can see I'm digging a small trench out where the creek would be flowing. This leads to a larger river, which you can see in the distance from here. I will deposit the water flowing in from the pond back upstream. Now what you might see here is I'm starting to build a basic cliff face. I will come back later on and improve on this. But this is because I'm going to build a waterfall here. It's a nice water feature that I don't see used very much in Minecraft builds that I think many natural looking areas could benefit from. So right here I'm just clearing out a small area. I'm not adding detailing like stairs or slabs yet, but I'm just getting the general layout so I can come back and detail it later. Now you can see me after the cliff, clearing out the rest of the area over to the river, where I'm going to add the water starting soon. Now I'm going back and adding rocks along the river edges as well, to give it a nice feel like there's water moving through, and bringing the dirt downstream to expose rock underneath. Now I'm beginning to fill all the area upstream from the small cliff with water as well. And then I'm also going to go along and bring in some small rocks along the length of the river here. Now you can see I'm going in and detailing the cliff where I want to put the waterfall. I'm adding stairs and slabs and a small deposit area where the water will hit, and then dig a small hole after it hits off the cliff. Here I'm trying to get the water to fit right because it was being very finicky and not flowing the way I wanted it to. Eventually I get it right though and continue to add stairs and slabs to the surrounding cliff. Next, I try out a few different types of leaves to decide which ones I want to use for the vines and bushes around the waterfall. I start out with taiga, then try out oak and birch, but eventually settle on taiga because it matches the trees nearby. I then go in with these taiga leaves and add in a few bushes and vines around the cliff area and rocky area where the waterfall is. Then I bone meal everything to add some grass and eventually go in and add a few dandelions just to add a little bit of color. Here I add a few more bushes, and then I'm rounding out the rest of the waterfall, so I head back to the logging camp. So first I go in here and I add a bit of greenery and grass around the pond, as well as adding in some seagrass and kelp underwater. Then I head over to this area to terraform out a spot where we can put small areas where the loggers could rest when they're not working or taking a break, and an area where they can store lumber that they've cut down before they transport it elsewhere. Here you see me building 2 small tents with smooth quartz slabs and spruce fences, as well as a campfire for warmth. One of these tents will be used for storage, and then the other one will have a soft area under it for resting. I also bring around some leaves, some more spruce leaves, and a pile of barrels to make the area look more lived in and also add some overgrowth. I then go around with bone meal and add some grass. You can see me terraforming some more area out. This is where I have a small wooden construction where they would store their timber that they're not transporting elsewhere yet and have recently cut down. It's made mainly out of spruce fences and gates, and also has some extinguished campfires on the top to make it look like small logs were laid across to protect the lumber from the rain. If anyone has any questions on what shaders, mods, or texture packs I'm using, you can see that all in the description below. Now I begin building some small custom taiga trees to dot around the clearing to add a little bit of life without making it too overpopulated by large trees. Then expand the path out towards the edge of where the plains biome is, and terraform out the little area a bit, and then check a few things, and start building a bridge. I then extend the path out into the forest a little bit to make it look like they had to venture a little bit farther into the forest for wood. Sorry about that small black glitch, that was a replay mod error. Here I expand expand the road out into the plains biome and begin on a large custom spruce tree. I start by sticking out branches, different sizes depending on the height on the tree, and then start wrapping leaves around them. I also go into the inside of the tree and put 2 small bird nests out of dead coral and item frames with eggs in them on the inside. And then add some bushes surrounding the path to make it look a bit more overgrown and make you feel like you're really going into a forest as you enter it. Then I go in and add some path blocks to the course dirt and walk to add a little bit more variation. And with the majority of the details complete, I think it's time to see some cinematic shots of the final version. And now, as we near the end of the video, I'd like to thank everyone for watching and remind you that if you like the video to give it a like, and if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. I also appreciate a comment and feedback on the build or my channel in general in the comment section.